how are you? And welcome to my beauty channel. On this video, I'm gonna do a makeup tag. I saw Puffin's wife or Mel doing this tag, I think it was yesterday, and this is called the makeup habits tag, and I immediately wanted to do it. So as soon as she was doing the questions, I was writing them down. And then writing my answer before I heard her answer, to just don't get influenced by her answers and just be even more honest and blunt than what I usually am. So I really wanted to have my answers. That's why I wrote them down. So if you want to see what my makeup habits are, whether they're good or bad, please ignore my hand because I was just doing some clients. Then just keep on watching. Okay, so the first question was, how often do you wear a full face of makeup? And my answer is definitely every day. I bet that 10 days out of the entire year I don't wear makeup, and it's for some weird reason, but that would be too much. It's just almost an everyday thing for me. I love makeup. Makeup makes me happy. When I'm stressed out, I play with makeup. When I'm trying to learn from my products, I play with makeup. When I feel exhausted or just anxious, I organize my makeup, so I end up playing with my makeup. So makeup is an everyday thing for me. So some days, even if I do a light eyeshadow look, I'm always playing with my makeup. So what I mean with a full face is primer, foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer, highlighter, mascara, brows, and lips. So even if I don't wear that much eyeshadow, I always do full face. Whether it's glam or natural, it doesn't matter. Is your everyday look more neutral or colorful? Definitely more neutral. For me, this is super colorful, or maybe a pop of blue in the eyes, but definitely neutral. I prefer tones that are not screaming or just yelling, look at me. I love that with fashion, but not with makeup. In my opinion, this is as colorful as I go, being comfortable. I can do purple, green, blue eyes, but I prefer when they're tamed down or just as a pop of color. But if I wear green on its own, I almost always, when I'm leaving my house, I put a neutral shade on tops just to mute it or just to kill it, because I can't see myself wearing that outside the house. Maybe I was at some point in my life, but not anymore. I feel just uncomfortable. How long does your full face of makeup take? I would have to say between 30 minutes and an hour and 30 minutes. So that depends if I'm playing with makeup or if I actually have to go somewhere and I really have to go. I can even do a full face without eyeshadow, just bronzer on my eyelids in 15 minutes. But I prefer to take my time to do it. So I always plan ahead. I'm a planner. So if I have to go out, I always know ahead of time, so I can prepare and take my time to do my makeup. If I'm going to an event, the husband already knows that it's gonna take me an hour to an hour and a half, because I don't wanna be rushed, and that's the only reason why I want to go out, in a way, just to do a more glammed up look, because I don't really like going out. I like staying at home. So if I'm gonna go out, he's not gonna take my phone away, because doing my makeup, it's like 90% of the fun of going out. So yeah, I take about 30 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on the looks that I'm doing. The fourth question is, do you apply your eye makeup before or after your base? When I was little, because I've been doing my makeup since I'm 14, I did it awful, but it doesn't matter. I used to do my face after my eyes, but now that I'm a woman, I do my eyes after my face. And the reason why I do it, it's weird, but it's sort of, I feel like I look weird when I'm looking at myself in the mirror with only my eyes and my face undone. I feel like I look muddy and it doesn't work for me. So I prefer to do my face and clean my face and make it look flawless, and then any eye look I would do happily. If my face is not looking amazing, then my eye looks, it doesn't matter whether they're a smoky eye or mascara and bronzer, will look shitty. I like my foundation to be just mixing with the oils while I do my eyes, and not just look sort of crusty when I first apply my makeup, since I almost always use a matte foundation because of my oiliness on my T-zone. What are your bad makeup habits that you cannot stop doing? When I was little, my mom used to do this on herself, so I kind of caught it, but now I don't have it anymore. I used to suck on my brush to do my brows. Oh my god, that's so awful. And I wouldn't do my brows every day, but when I was just playing at home, I would just suck on a brush and like wet it that way. That was so disgusting. But when I started really doing my makeup, really knowing about makeup, I stopped doing that. And now I don't think I really have a bad habit. I have sort of a bad habit for my personal brushes. Sometimes I take too long to wash them, and I sanitize them a lot because I always have alcohol on my Cinema Secret spot cleaning liquid, so I always clean them, but I take forever to wash them. I hate washing my brushes, and I think washing my makeup artistry brushes is more than enough of a hassle for me to have to wash mine. Also, I know this is bad, so I do it every 2 months or so. I use them every day, so I should be doing it once a month at least. For a skincare bad habit, I can look at myself in the magnifying mirror because I will start picking my face up and then my makeup will look shitty. So almost every time you see me with a pimple, it's me. I created the pimple basically. Do you use beauty influencer techniques or just your own? I've been doing a lot of things my way because you get like habits. You start doing things with brushes that people say that are for this or that or whatever. You start just mixing some products. I have my own habits, but I definitely love learning from other people. YouTube opened up my eyes to the amazing world of makeup. Not because I didn't know about makeup before. My mom was a makeup artist, and I started doing my makeup since I was 14, and I discovered YouTube about 7 years ago already. Oh my god, I'm getting old. So on YouTube, I learned about so much, so much that I'm really happy to say that I learned from other beauty influencers. The one thing that comes to mind for my makeup artistry is Too Much Tash. She mentioned that she uses dim light, which are the beauty powders from Hourglass, one shade that I use for buffing. She uses for bronzing up her face because she's super pale. I can use that for bronzing, but I've used that on clients and it actually works. So on older or mature skin clients, I've done that when they're super pale and it works. So I take tips and tricks from other beauty influencers, whether they're small channels like myself or big channels, and I always see if they work for me. If they work for me, they will be worked into my routine, my personal routine or my client's routine. But if not, I can move on, but I definitely always try them if they call my name. What is the one step that takes the longest for you to do? For me, it's my eyes if I'm doing a super dramatic eye, but almost always is my face. But it's not because I can't do it fast, it's because it's my favorite thing to do. I love doing my full base, you know, like the foundation, the bronzer, the blush, and the highlighter, and then buffing my face. That for me is what makes makeup worth it. In my opinion, when you have an amazing base, you can do any eye and look beautiful. So yeah, base for me is the step that I take the longest. But if I have to just mention one step, it's eyeshadow, because the base includes a lot of steps for makeup. What is the one step that you could skip on your makeup routine and the one that you couldn't? To be honest, this will sound weird, but I could skip eyeshadow, but most of all, I could skip lipstick. Lipstick for me, it doesn't come to mind right away. Like I've told you guys before, I prefer to wear a lip balm, and most of the times, even if it looks weird, I will remove my lipstick because I don't like it. I always feel like, I know lips are the finishing touch for some people, even me, when I'm doing clients, the last step that I do is lips, and I feel like it's when everything comes together for them, but it's not for me. So yeah, for me, lips are second nature, and eyeshadow, even though I love it, I could just skip it if I had to choose. But the one step that I can't skip, it's buffing. And I know I owe you guys a buffing technique type of video because it's something that I adore doing. And it's funny because Mel, Puffin's wife, she said the same thing. She said that lipstick was second nature, that she could skip eyeshadow and just do lashes like mascara, but she couldn't skip her buffing. I know that she doesn't do it. I didn't learn it from her. I know she doesn't do it with the same powder that I do it, but you should definitely check her out to learn a different way to do it than how I do it. But oh my god, buffing for me, it's the miracle powder. It's when everything looks beautiful and flawless, like you have a filter. That's the one step that I couldn't skip. And if I had to choose another one, it would be bronzer. Bronzer for me is what gives dimension, not even contour, but just bronzing my face. I could go without blush, but never without bronzer. One makeup look is out of your comfort zone. I was just commenting on Jamie's Instagram, and because she had a beautiful green eyeshadow look. She looked stunning with it. And the day before I was playing with green and I had to remove it because I feel uncomfortable. You guys know that I'm using my Natasha Denona green and brown palette for my makeup I want to use. Every time I do a green look, I find it to be beautiful, but I never want to go out with green eyeshadow. So yeah, green eyeshadow for me, it's just something that it's not in my comfort zone. I definitely prefer neutrals or warm tones or oranges, but never green. Do you wear matte, glossy, or cream lipstick? I would prefer no lipstick or just my Givenchy lip balm. But if I had to choose, I would choose matte lipsticks instead of glossy. Glossy, I love the look of them, like right now. But in a way, I hate the white line that it forms. And then matte lipsticks, but traditional lipsticks do not give me that line because liquid lipsticks also do. So I guess I prefer the traditional lipstick formula, whether they're satin or matte, but just the bullets. If you could only wear one lipstick, what would it be? It would be a shade that would make me feel alive, like my Givenchy lip balm. I know I mentioned this lip balm in every single video, but that's how much I love it. That's when you know you love a product. But if I had to choose a shade of lipstick, it would be a peachy nude with a hint of brown, sort of like Yash, which is described as a medium type of nude, or sort of like Enchanted One from MAC. Do you highlight or contour or both? Some days I do both. Some days I hate highlighting, but mostly what I prefer is bronzing. I can skip contouring and highlighting, but never bronzing like I said before. But if I had to choose between contouring and highlighting, I guess I would go with the highlight, even though I go from time to time to just wanna subtle highlight. Not like today, definitely not like today, because I have a heavy highlighter today. But highlighter is not something that I want banging every day. I know people love it, but some days I feel like it ruins my look. But bronzing or contouring, it never ruins it. I don't know, this is a difficult question in my opinion, because it depends on how you're feeling. And for me, highlighter, it's a seasonal thing, but not because it goes with the seasons, it's just seasonal for me. I have some months that I want a subtle highlight, some months that I don't want any highlighters at all, some months where I ask myself, why do I have that many highlighters if I don't really love to highlight? And then some months that I'm obsessed with beautiful blinding highlighters. But I always love bronzer, whether I'm contouring or just bronzing up my face. That I think was a better explanation. But I have to say, I do contour my nose every single day. So if I had to skip one of them, I would never skip contouring my nose, so I would ditch the highlighter. What's the one step that makes you feel complete? I have to say I have two. If I have my entire face, and I don't have lipstick, I don't mind. But if I don't have either brows or mascara, which are the two steps that I hate, because I don't like putting mascara on, I almost always ruin some part of my makeup with mascara. And I hate doing my brows with passion, even though I wouldn't leave my house without them. So if I have my entire face done, I could not leave my house because I wouldn't feel complete without brows or mascara. And then Mel added another question. This is question number 14. And this is, what would I say is my favorite thing to do in the makeup process? So I already mentioned this before in one question, but my favorite thing is my base. I adore doing my base, my foundation, my blush, my bronzer. This part is what makes makeup worth it for me, and I truly adore it. And the part that I don't like as much is just mascara and brows. So that's it. So that's it, guys. That was everything for my video. I have a couple video suggestions that I want to run through you. I have 2 videos that I want to create, and I was wondering if you guys would want to see that. When I saw Kathleen Lights do the YouTubers that she loves, like top 10 YouTubers, small channels or big channels that are not raved about, I thought immediately about doing this because I love small channels like myself. I find them to be really truthful in a lot of ways. Not all of them, but a lot of the ones that I follow, and I would love to shout them out. I want to know, guys, if you want to see that, just to follow other people that actually deserve the following. And then it was funny because I have it on my list of videos I want to make, and Too Much Tash just did it, and I'm about to go watch that to see whoever she mentioned and go follow them. And I also want to do a video, 30 things that I've learned on my 30s, or 50 things about me that you don't know. Let me know in the comments below which one do you want to see next, or if you want to see all 3 for the upcoming week. Whatever you tell me, I will do. You know that I always write down your suggestions, and I have a few of them for my last video that I already wrote down. So that's it, guys. Don't forget to go subscribe, follow me on my social media, Instagram, which is the only social media platform that I use. And I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.